How's it going, everyone? In this video, we have some big news on the WYATT 6 members, CM Punk, likely done with AEW, and a whole lot more. But before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to our channel to get the latest wrestling news. Alright guys, so for our first story of today, we have some big news on another potential NXT main roster call-up. So just like Legado del Fantasma, it looks like another NXT star is main roster bound, because according to a new report from Xero News, there has been internal discussions about bringing in Cameron Grimes to Raw over the next couple of weeks for segments and backstage interactions with the OC. So it appears like Cameron Grimes could be headed to the main roster very soon. Next up, we have two big AEW stories. So first, we have some news on the reason why Billy Gunn did not appear on Raw for the DX reunion. So according to Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer, there were meaningful talks between AEW and WWE about having Billy Gunn appear on Raw for the DX reunion. But the only thing Tony Khan wanted from WWE was for them to mention that Gunn worked for AEW on the air. However, WWE reportedly stalled when answering Tony Khan and would not agree to the terms at the last minute. Next, we have some big news on CM Punk's return, which is not looking good, because according to the Wrestling Observer, those with close knowledge of the situation said that they are in talks with CM Punk about a buyout of the remaining years of his contract. The report also stated that most, but not all of the AEW talent is still anti-CM Punk following everything that went down. So with the news of AEW looking to buy out Punk's contract, his return seems even more unlikely than ever. Next up, we have some big news on two names being discussed for the WYATT 6 group. So in the latest edition of the Wrestling Observer newsletter, Dave Meltzer reported that two former Ring of Honor stars, Vincent and Dutch, are names that are being considered for the WYATT 6 group. It's also worth noting that they were both backstage at Raw this week, so if they haven't signed yet, it appears like WWE is interested in doing so. So now guys, I want to give you my thoughts and opinions on all of the topics that we discussed today. So for our first topic, we did talk about another potential NXT main roster call-up, and according to Xero News, they are reporting that Cameron Grimes will be making more appearances on Monday Night Raw, and he will have backstage interactions with the OC. So it does look like Cameron Grimes' time in NXT is coming to an end, and he will potentially move up to Monday Night Raw, which is pretty cool in my opinion. The next story that we talked about, we had two stories from AEW. The first being the reason why Billy Gunn was not able to appear on Raw for the DX reunion, and Dave Meltzer did report in the Wrestling Observer that although WWE and AEW, although they had meaningful talks for to have Billy Gunn appear on Raw, pretty much when the time came to agree on the terms that Tony Khan wanted WWE just to mention that Billy Gunn worked for AEW. They couldn't come to terms on that, which is why Billy Gunn was unable to appear on Raw for the reunion. The next story that we talked about was CM Punk and AEW, his return, and Dave Meltzer also reported that AEW is looking to buy out CM Punk's contract. So it does look like he will not be returning to the company, and pretty much the locker room is anti-CM Punk. So with all of that, in my opinion, I don't think that CM Punk will be returning to AEW. The next story that we talked about was two names being discussed to join Bray Wyatt's new group, the WYATT 6, and Dave Meltzer also reported that two names are actually non-WWE names of two former Ring of Honor stars. Vincent and Dutch are names that are being considered to join the WYATT 6, so that will be very interesting because as of right now, I haven't seen anything where Vincent or Dutch have signed with WWE, but I'm pretty sure that if they were backstage, WWE might have some kind of interest in having them join the company. So that will be very interesting to see if they end up joining the Wyatt Six group. So, with that being said, guys, that is all of the news that we have for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.